Going on to all of my Virgos. So let's get into it. All right. All right. So for you Virgos, you have the Five of Pentacles, the Star, the Four of Pentacles, the Justice, the Five of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Magician, and last but not least, we have the Six of Wands. Okay. So, so the Five of Pentacles, the Star, the Four of Pentacles, right? This is for Virgo, okay? So a lot of you happen to be in a situation right now where what a lot of you got going on, the Five of Pentacles, walking away from just, you know, uh, people who would treat you incorrectly, treat you with disrespect, choosing to walk away from that, choosing to make better decisions. The Star and the Four of Pentacles, a lot of you Virgos would like to be in a functional relationship with somebody, but you Virgos are not going to allow yourselves to be in relationships with people who obviously treating you like garbage. But then you have to also take into consideration, though, Virgo, that a lot of people out here in the dating pool is trash, as I keep saying, because it's the truth. A lot of people out here in the dating pool, they really are trash. And why I'm saying that even in the first place, it's not that I'm calling people trash. What it is that the quality that a lot of people are, I'm not saying everybody, but it is what it is. It's trash, right? The idea that, people play games with you, but the same people who play games with you are the people who, in essence, are really broken up, you know, because they can't treat you well because um they can't treat you well because they know that you fly, and they can't treat you well because I can't have you, it's the mentality of I can't have you running running tracks all over me. I can't have you using me as a doormat. Person ain't even you don't even necessarily have to do that to them, and they'll still have that mentality of they can't have you Virgos running tracks on them, or putting your footprint on them, or treating them like a doormat. So the thing is that the Four of Pentacles is, again, the strong stability and the foundation that a lot of you Virgos, right, want to have with somebody. But at the same time, you Virgos have to take into consideration that even though you want that with a person, right, you still have to do things according to the law of, right, justice, right? In essence, make sure that it's right. And when I say that it's right, I don't mean right and wrong from the perspective of a regular person, karma. So we gotta evolve past karma, right? Um, Karma is only reserved for people who don't really learn their lessons. When you get out of karma, people who do learn their lessons, who do see the forest for the trees, what happens? The justice represents this being a situation where the justice is about the justice is about cause and effect. Again, because the reason why the effect you get treated like trash, Virgo, is because cause you fly. A lot of y'all are doing your thing, you know, and you have to take into consideration that the better you are is especially in a world like this, is the more people gonna treat you like trash. That's how it is. Why? Because a lot of people are dysfunctional. So you out here trying to do what? You out here trying to, get acceptance. You know what I mean? From whom? You know, for acceptance from whom? And for me personally, this is why it is that for me personally, you know, I have the mentality myself of is that I pledge allegiance to myself, I pledge allegiance to myself. I'm not pledging allegiance in that way to anybody else out here, Because if you really leave it up to these individuals, these people will have me laced up. And the same thing going for y'all. If you leave it up to these people will have you laced up. So what do you got to do? The Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, right, is about how people are regretting, like I said before, that you not really in their life. But a lot of you Virgos are moving forward from this. The Wheel of Fortune, Cancer crabs, the Wheel of Fortune are getting off of the hamster wheel. People, um, some of you Virgos, I'm not even gonna lie, some of you Virgos with this Wheel of Fortune will decide to quit dating. Some of you Virgos within this Wheel of Fortune, when you get out of it, right? Because y'all are getting out of it, y'all will choose to continue to date, but the way that you date, you know what's going on. Yeah, I'm very conditioned when it comes to interacting with people in that regard. I'm very conditioned because the situation for me is, a lot of so-called people here on YouTube or whatnot, these dating coaches, you could hear them talk and you could really hear about their inexperience. You know what I mean? How much it is that, yeah, they may get the they may get one aspect of a relationship, but they don't really, but you could tell what they don't really seem to understand is they don't have too much experience in another aspect. And why that's a good idea, the reason why that's a good idea to get some more understanding of that, some more insight, some more studying, right? Some more studying in is because you get to develop that leather skin that I keep talking about, right? A lot of people, right? A lot of people that I've dated, I've noticed that, a lot of them got a chip on their shoulder. That chip on their shoulder has nothing to do with me. That chip on their shoulder has nothing to do with me. Their issues that they have, that doesn't have anything to do with me. And I've learned to step off of the wheel. This is not about karma, as I was just talking about. This is not about karma for me. Karma is reserved. You Virgos got to understand that karma is reserved for people who don't know any better and who are just starting out. Why? Because karma, you'll think, oh, this is karma for what it is that I did in the past. But it doesn't matter how fly you are, you still gonna get treated like this in a world like this. As a matter of fact, the more fly you are, the more fly you are, is the more you are more than likely going to run into somebody like this. Because what a lot of you Virgos may be missing, because maybe you understand it, maybe you don't understand it. It's not about what you have. It's about what's going on in the spiritual space of a lot of these people. A lot of these people are taken over by Karanzan. You know what I'm saying? And what do I mean when I say Karanzan? The element of chaos. A lot of these people can't. They're not in alignment. Their mind, their heart, and their guts, so to speak, are not in alignment. They're not in alignment. They're thrown into chaos, and because they're thrown into chaos, right, you leave the spirit of chaos. You leave the spirit of chaos an open door to walk through. That's why a lot of them make bad decisions. That's why a lot of them can't seem to get their stuff right. That's why a lot of them will like somebody, but they'll treat the person like trash. But what's up with you? You treating the person like trash or whatever the case may be, but when the person leaves you alone, you want them back. Do you even know what you're doing? Why? What's up with you? The Page of Cups and the Eight of Wands represents this being a situation for them where you have to take it in consideration. Like the delusion is strong. The delusion is going to continue. That's why I'm not a proponent. That's why it is. I say it a million times. Do not go back to your exes, because I just someone, I'm not going to say who they are, but I just read for someone a few days ago who was telling me that they tried to go back to an ex, or rekindle certain things with somebody that they knew and they had something going on with. They can't necessarily call it a relationship because they didn't necessarily get that far. But anyway, long story short, they're saying how it is that, it's worse than the way that they originally experienced it, and they remember it. And I'm telling them, yeah, that's why you don't go back to an ex, because it's almost always guaranteed to be trash. Why? Because you already know why you and this person don't mix. So what are you going to do? You're going to go back to see again why you and this person don't mix? Most people don't learn from their mistakes, Virgo. And that's one thing that Virgos got bad. A lot of us Virgos, we need to do better when it comes to rekindling relationships with people that come back just for the sake of them coming back. We know in our guts, we know in our stomach, we know in our heart, we know in our mind, our imagination, that these people ain't changed. We know that. We've you know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen people do so much stuff to us while we're in relationships with them. Then we allow these people to come back and be like, "You want to get back together?" And we're like, okay, that's cool. Why? Why? Because this person apologized. So, so the Eight of Wands is about you. There needs to be some form of candid discussion. The Page of Cups represents, yes, other people's delusions of how they'll continue to come at you, but it also represents our delusion too that we need to work out, Virgo. The delusion that we need to work out, in the sense that once we've been in a relationship and it don't work, we need to let it be. If you're finding value within this reading, then it means it's time for you to come get a personal reading from me. There's a link in the comment section called a link tree. Click on it. It'll redirect you to a website which has the books that I have that are on Amazon, right? If you want to support me that way, follow me on Instagram. My website, okay, my website, in which you can get private tarot readings from me. Scroll down to the Buy Now section. Click on it. It's a clickable button. It'll take you to PayPal. There's also my Cash App, cash tag, uh, um, above the Buy Now button, right? Just in case if you want to send money to me through Cash App. And there's also my clothing store, right? Anything from pants, shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, sweatshirts are there, and they're getting cheaper. The prices are getting cheaper. And also too, uh, oh yeah, my website, excuse me, my email address is there just in case if you need some help to redirect you to what it is that you can do, right? Just in case if you don't want to pay through my website, PayPal, stuff like this, you can always send me an email, Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com. So, um, the Magician, the last two cards for the main board is the Magician and the Six of Wands. The Magician and the Six of Wands now is about how a lot of you Virgos as well need to take into consideration that because you are the Magician, that you could be way more powerful if you just focused more on what it is that you had to do. And yes, keep your ears close to the ground just in case if anything is trying to intrude on your in your life. But at the same time, don't overly focus on it. And the Magician represents the responsibility that you need to take. For some of you that may not necessarily want to hear that, for some of you who may not necessarily want to hear that, yes, the person that you've dated from the past, more than likely, they are garbage. But at the same time, you're going to come around here. And for the best of Virgos, y'all are going to figure it out that you would be in a better position if you focused on you. The Six of Wands, victories, you know, which will get people even more intrigued in the first place. So let's clarify the Magician. Let's clarify the Magician. The Nine of Swords, the High Priestess, which is Virgo, the Nine of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. The High Priestess can either represent Virgo or Taurus, and obviously represents Virgo for this reading. To clarify, the Magician, the Nine of Swords, the High Priestess. Yes, people want you to look at them and to look at what it is that they've got going on. So the more you concentrate on what you've got going on, the more you build on that, is the more other people can't build on them. Build at all. The less they feel good about themselves. The nine of wands, the wheel of fortune, this is them. So the wheel of fortune can work for either person. That's the thing. That's what's so unpredictable about the wheel of fortune, the idea that it could work. So what type of dynamic are you Virgos going to be on? Are you going to be the ones giving your attention to what other people got going on, or are you Virgos going to be the one doing what it is that you need to do and handling your business? The more you do you is the more other people have a problem paying attention to what they've got going on. So let's clarify the Six of Wands. So the answer to those past couple of readings that I've been giving y'all, that's what it is that you should do. Continue to concentrate on what you've got going on. You're in a good position. To clarify the Six of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, King of Pentacles. Like I said, the Eight of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Three of Cups, a lot of people going to want to hang out with you, yo. A lot of new people. Because it's not to say that a lot of you Virgos, you know, are only, attracting people that you used to talk to, that are watching you. You got a lot of people who are new who are watching you too, and want you to slow down a little bit. Don't slow down. As long as it doesn't affect your health. Listen to me. As long as it doesn't affect your health, you good. Don't listen to what other people say, under the condition that it does not affect your health. The King of Pentacles, you got this. You need to be consistent. You need to be focused on what you've got going on. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I really appreciate all the subscribers. Keep smashing that subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos. Peace.